All right, let's go to the Buppy's Catering hotline right now. Buppy's Catering and Bartending hotline. Buddy Johnson, Dallas Cowboy, A&M great, joining us here on the program to talk about all things A&M and, of course, his time with the Cowboys. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm great. So what's it like playing for the Cowboys, growing up a Cowboys fan, I assume, and playing for your team?
For me, like it's a blessing. I always try to thank God, for just giving me the opportunity to play in the NFL. To do what I love, and do it. I try to do it at a high level. But like you say, man, just to play for the Cowboys, it's a huge blessing, man. Not only that, it's the Cowboys, but it's my hometown team. It's just a blessing for me, and I don't take any of it for granted. So I show up every day trying to look for a way to get better and show how I can contribute to this team.
Do you remember the first time you met Jerry Jones and what that was like?
I do. So when I first signed, I remember meeting him. Like it was pretty brief because when I first signed, like I signed with practice squad, but he kind of like introduced. I kind of introduced myself. We was talking for a little bit, and he's a good dude, man. He's a really good guy, and I was just trying to introduce to myself so my name can stick with my face. And ever since then, every time we see each other, man, he always have a smile on each other's face. So that's super dope.
What about the legends, right? I've never been to a Cowboys practice, but I got to assume every once in a while Michael Irvin comes by, maybe Emmett comes by, maybe Troy comes by. Have you seen some of those legends?
For sure. Michael Irvin's always around. Our new head coach, Coach Shotty, that's one of his biggest things. He try to, build on as a family. So he try to get the the legends to come back in and show love, and they do, and they come back. Like we had a couple open practices yesterday and the day before yesterday, so they were out there showing love. And anytime they hear, this pretty much was their home. This still their home. So we always, show love to them and, make them feel welcomed and make them feel loved. And they show love to us, same vice versa. So, man, it's a blessing and it's super dope.
Do you mind if I highlight a couple of things? I'm looking at your room. I see the Johnson game room. I see the Cowboys, Aggies. I see the Rangers. Yeah. What do you got back there?
It's all up there, man. I'm a Texas kid from Oak Cliff, from Dallas. So, heart of Dallas. That's all the wall right there. Got the helmets up there, man. Got there's a picture back there, captain picture last year, I think. So, like I say, man, I got a couple trophies around here. I try to put them up and just go from there.
But let's go back to like coming to A&M. How did you decide on A&M being the place for you?
So it was actually so funny how I decided because I go to A&M to take a visit. This was when Coach Sumlin was the head coach at the time, and I'm like, okay, one of my trainers, he take me down and he like, all right, let's see what Texas A&M got to offer. This was my first visit, like first official visit. Like I'm down, I'm having a good time. Like it's great people. Like I'm like, man, these people are so nice. Like, and it's just like everything is just mind blowing. Cause like, I think I'm still in high school at the time. So, man, we on our way back home from the official visit. Man, I didn't already put my commitment video. I didn't already posted my commitment tweet and everything, and I ain't tell nobody, man. I was just so excited, and man, ever since then, like I say, man, I just fell in love. I never took any more official visits. I think I may have took one other official visit, but man, once I came to A&M, I kind of fell in love, and I knew that was home for me, and that's where I wanted to play ball at. So I'm glad I did, man.
I want to get to Coach Oko in a minute, but the Jimbo era then happens for you as well. Talk about playing for Jimbo in those years as you were building up to the 2020 season.
Yeah. So like I say, when Coach Sumlin kind of got fired, it was kind of scary for me because I was a freshman. I'm like, dang, okay. This as a high school player, you used to see like headlines of like teams getting new coaches, and I'm like, okay, now I got a new head coach. Like it's a whole new staff I got to impress. So I'm like, okay, start from zero, like starting back at the ground. So I'm like, okay. So Coach Jimbo come in, and Coach Jimbo come in like he's on us heavy. Like okay, like playtime over. This the big league. Like he come in and he's like. I remember the first meeting, we was joking because we used to always say this little joke when it was a dude named Dan Childs. He was our with education. Like he pretty much was our education advisor, and he used to go up there and we used to all be like, "Big Dan, Big Stan," like, and I remember yelling, "Big Dan, Big Stan," and Jimbo was like, "Hey, we ain't having none of that." He snatched his glasses off, and I was like, "Oh man, he's serious. He not playing." So man, ever since then, honestly. I feel super blessed that Coach Fisher was brought in. Just for me personally, I feel like I developed into a better man, a better player. At the end of the day, I feel like I'm a great father now. I try to be a great boyfriend, hopefully one day a great husband. So, you know, I just take all those little things and think about how Coach Elko was my defense coordinator at the time, and Coach Fisher was my head coach, and those guys, and Coach Santucci, which was my linebacker coach, and Coach Pivotal, those guys were huge, playing a big part of me being away from home. And like I say, just blessed that I'm an Aggie, and I chose to go to A&M, and that happened.
Buddy, in high school, you played multiple positions. How did you end up tell me about the transition to linebacker?
So I was a starting quarterback, for my high school. I don't remember how much yards I had. We don't have to get into that right now. No, but yeah, I was a starting quarterback. I don't even remember how many snaps I had on defense. I may have had less than like 15 snaps on defense my whole high school career. I pretty much was just running the ball or throwing the ball. I would line up at receiver sometimes. That's why I try to tell a lot of guys now, man, like play as many positions as you can because, just playing all these different positions, it give you a different perspective of the game and it opened more opportunity for you. So I kind of was just one of the best players on my team at the time, and my coach just loved to, have me. I pretty much was a versatile player and just put me anywhere, plug and play. And man, like I say, I just whatever coach asks, whatever he needs from me, yes, coach. And that's just kind of how it went.
I think it was 2019, the touchdown, the 62-yard touchdown against Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Take me through that play.
So if I can remember, I remember. Let's see. All I remember is scooping it and just going. I remember Blades, our cornerback, came on the blitz, and I think he knocked the ball out. And all I remember seeing the ball on the ground. I was just standing there. I seen the ball on the ground. I just shot off like a rocket. I'm like, I got to get this ball. So I went to get the ball. I scoop it up, and I'm running. And I was like, man, I don't care who behind me, how close or how far. I just got to get to this end zone, man. So that was a cool play for me. I was a little gassed after that play because I remember sitting on the sideline like, man, we got to go right back out here and do it again. So that's one of the cool things about like when a defense scores. It's cool, but like you got to go right back out there and do it again. So it definitely be tough, but that's when that real dog come out and you show that real heart. So,
buddy, was there a moment leading into the 2020 season where you're like, I think we got something here this year? Because I'm hoping that might be the case this year in 25 for the Ags, where you've got a veteran team coming back, offensive line, defensive players that are hopefully taking a big step. Was there a point where you kind of knew, yeah, we got something?
I don't think the switch actually flipped for us until after we played Alabama. I remember playing Alabama, and I was like, I kid you not, like during the game, like I was crying, like real tears. Like I don't even know why. I was just like, man, like this is not how I want to leave a legacy. Like because I pretty much knew that was probably going to be my last year. I'm like, I've never beat Alabama. I'm like, this was like already in the fourth quarter. I'm like, man, like this tough. I was like, okay. So after that game, I told myself like, I have to figure out because I was a leader at the time, like me, Kellen, and a couple more guys. I'm like, okay, I have to figure out how to get this defense to pretty much buy into what Coach Elko wanted us to do, and that was pretty much one of my main focal points on the year to pretty much get guys to buy in, stay locked in, stay focused, like because college is about maturing as a player, maturing as as a son, as a father, all of those things, but a lot of guys are immature, and you have to get guys to pretty much buy in because you coming from a whole different ball game in high school. It's like we just out there for real, but in college, it's like it's a mini NFL really, especially when Coach Elko came in and his playbook was like it was like all these plays and it's like all these communications, all these different adjustments, and I'm like, okay, this is what it's really like. So at that point, I'm like, I got to really be a leader, and I remember Coach Elko coming up to me like, when Tyrell Dotson and Otaro Alaka, they left, and he was like, we need somebody to step up and be the leader of this defense. And I feel like you're super capable of that, but only you can do that, and nobody else can pretty much, do that for you. So I feel like he challenged me, and that's why I'm so happy that he was my defensive coordinator because, it's like, I always think about Coach Elko, like he gonna challenge his players, but it's for the better, and I feel like he gave me a challenge, and to this day, man, I'm like, okay, like I got to be a leader of the team somehow, some way, and show that I'm capable of it.
When I talk to players and parents, they say same thing about Coach Elko. There's no fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know where
Yeah,
you stand with him. He's just going to be very
exactly.
factual and honest with you.
Mm-hmm. He's a great dude, man. He's gonna keep it honest with you, but he's gonna challenge you. Like I say, he's gonna challenge you to for the better because he wants to see you get better, and he know you can get better. But if you just listen to him and follow his game plan and trust in him, and you build that. The way you do it is you build the trust with him because you at the end of the day you want your coach to believe in you, but the only way he'll believe in you if you continuously put it on film, like every day show up, getting better. And the key word is consistency, man. Like regardless of what it is, if it's school, if it's showing up, being a leader, if it's on the practice field, if it's in the recovery room, in the weight room, wherever it is, like just being a leader around campus, like it's just consistency every day, showing up, getting better, and letting guys know that this is how it's done. And if you follow me, man, we'll all go somewhere together.
Buddy, life in the NFL, you guys are so busy. You're practicing, you're traveling. Do you get a chance to watch the Aggies?
I do. Every chance I get to watch the Aggies. Normally it's when we traveling, going out of town on Saturdays, or we're pretty much getting home for our off day before the game. And I got the Aggies playing. I got 4 big TVs in the living room, like one of those bars. You know how they got the big screens?
Yeah.
I got them all on one screen, and I'm like, okay, man, it's all Aggies on here, man, for 3 hours or however long it's gonna be. So, man, I make sure I'm watching the Aggies, and if I can get down to College Station, I try to get down there and show love because it's always a great time, man. It's nothing like Aggie land. It's amazing.
Let me close out with this question. I don't know how much you can pay attention to the linebackers, but Torian has grown into such a stud. Scooby Williams as well. They've got a bunch of young players that are growing. Just talk about that linebacker group and if you've been able to pay attention to them.
Yeah, for sure. So I watched a little bit of York last year and a little bit of Scooby last year. I watched them play, and I think they fly around. I think York is a great leader. Just watching him, I can tell that he's a great leader, and I can tell Coach Elko got to him. Like when Elko get to you, you feel like the best leader in the world. You feel like you got to lead these guys to, a big battle. And I can see it just the way he carried himself, the swagger he played with. That's what it all come down to, the Dion mentality, man. Look good, feel good, play good. So, I just watch those guys, and those guys fly around. But, in order to be a linebacker in Coach Elko defense, you have to be a dog, but you have to be a leader because there's so many communications that you have to make. And if you don't make them, the defense will not execute the way it's supposed to. So, like I said, I've been watching those guys. They pretty much executing to me at a high level, and I know Elko gonna have those guys playing way harder and way better this year. But I feel like those guys been in the defense, so now they're really gonna get over that hump because it's like Coach Elko defense is so many details that you have to lock into to play efficient. And I feel like those guys they can take the next step because they pretty much vets in college now, so now they can take the next step and really turn that thing up.
I lied to you. I do want to ask a follow-up. So take me through that year 2 with Elko, right? There was a growth for that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Was it because you understood everything that was asked of you and the whole group had just a better collective understanding?
For sure. I think it was like, a new coach come in, he have to win his players over. Just because you have to gain that trust, that goes back to that trust I was just talking about. He have to win his players over, and it wasn't nothing Coach Elko did out of the ordinary. It was just Coach Elko is a great guy, and guys start to come around and see like the way he coached us. He coached us tough, but he coached us with tough love. So it was like, man, this guy actually cares about us. He want to see us be great. He want to help us get better. So, why not buy into what he's talking about and, just do whatever he says. And, guys started to buy in, and you see us hold guys to, hold teams to less than 100 yards. Like one thing we didn't play about was our rush defense. Like you're not running the ball on us. Like it don't matter what the stat sheet say, like what top 5 running back, what running back you are, like we get downhill and we stopping the run. So that was one thing we prided ourselves on, and I know that's what they pride themselves on now, stopping the run.
Buddy, this has been fun, man. Thanks so much for making a few minutes. Best of luck this season, and when you're in Aggie land, we'll connect, all right?
Already, I appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.
Gig 'em.
Gig 'em.